we think about social media and how it's affected the car scene?
Ruined it.
On the automotive industry.
Ruined it.
Good.
Yeah.
Why do you think you ruined it, Max?
Because I think people think they're better than other people when they have more followers and their car is more popular. Just the personality they give off.
Yeah.
To me, I don't give a shit. I mean, my car is my car. It's on social media. I don't really post that much. But I would never feel like just because my car has a lot of likes or I have a lot of followers that my car is better than everybody else's. I know all the flaws I have on my car. So when I see my car, I don't think it's that great. Obviously, other people don't see them, so they think it looks cool. But as far as people or the car community, it's not the same as before.
For sure.
Definitely.
For sure. I could go on a rant. I'm trying to hold back a little bit.
Okay, well let me go ahead and just, because I know that AJ has a lot to say. And you have a lot to say.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and start off by saying I don't know the car culture before social media.
Oh, okay.
When I got my car, I had an Instagram page for it. A couple days later, and I was already, everything I would do, because for me, how I used Instagram or how I started to use Instagram, it was supposed to be like documenting the process and the evolution of the car, from when I first got it, when it was first completely stock, to where I have it now, to where it goes in the future. But I do see what Max is saying about people. How their follower counts kind of impact who they are or the personality that they give off. When you do see them in person, I think it's just a car.
Fake news.
I agree.
Fake news.
It's fake news. I mean, there's some Instagrammers out there that have a lot of followers that are good people and genuine people. There's a lot, especially in the Mustang community. There is people out there that they don't walk around like, they're king shit. Yeah. But I think what Instagram has done is it put a jump start in the way people customize their cars versus, customizing your car the way you want it. Now it's almost like you're customizing your car because you have to have that front bumper because this guy has it. You want to get that wing, or you got to get the wheels, and so it's kind of good and kind of bad. It's kind of good for the car industry because people are buying stuff, more because they're trying to compete, so they can post that photo of that new addition that they just added to the car. But
I think also though on that part is people are doing more modifications to their car, not at 100% like effort. It's more of a, hey, let me put it on there, it looks good in a picture, let me just post it, versus hey, you know what, let me go to a good shop that does quality wraps or quality installations, and let me make sure I get good product. It's more now of like oh, this looks cool, alright, let me put it on.
Well, let's do it. Let's give a shout out to all those photographers that make these cars look amazing on photos on Instagram. But when you see them in person, it's like, whoa. No, you gotta keep like the 10-foot rule when you get next to that car, because as soon as you get closer, you're seeing a pretty hacked up job on a car. But that's what people are doing. They are competing, and it's good to have to have that attitude and to want to do better. But you got to do it for your own reasons, not necessarily to keep up with the Joneses. Just because so-and-so has a supercharger, now you got to get a supercharger. You might be doing something and getting your hands on something or doing something that is not for you, and it's probably going to be the worst decision that you ever did. The people that go power and do the power mods, those guys, they've been doing it for a while, so those guys have experience versus Joe Blow that says, oh, okay, this guy's getting 700 some horsepower. I'm going to slap this Whipple or Kenny Bell supercharger on my car and I'm going to be just as fast as him. No, you're not, because this guy has experience. Now you have problems. Now you want to sell your car because it doesn't run. So stop trying to keep up with the big boys, And then the same thing with modding your car. Wheels, stuff like that. So, what's wrong, Marley?
Tell us how you really feel.
I could keep on going,
Oh, I can keep going. I want to go too, man.
Go.
There's two things that I don't like about Instagram. and I hate to throw this out here, the two things that bother me right now are car girls.
The models?
Not even models.
The owners of
actual
cars, right?
Owner of female drivers. I think, and I'm not saying everybody. For damn sure, it's not everybody. I have met some amazing female drivers on there.
And let's just clarify that. Don't take offense if you're a female driver or you have a lot of followers.
Yes.
Don't take offense. This is only some of the people that we have encountered.
But I will say, if you feel offended, then we're probably talking about you. That's what I'm gonna say. Because if you're freaking out about it, then you're probably the issue. What I'm thinking about specifically with car girls is just car girls. I understand. I was that person when I first got the car, and I was new and excited. I thought Plasti Dip was the shit, and that's what I did. But that's what bothers me is the car girls with 100,000 followers that just have Plasti Dip wheels, and they're not really doing anything with their cars.
Well, okay.
They're bothering me right now.
Okay, but let's but Marley,
it's not hater talk.
No, I'm not saying that. It's not the girl's fault.
It's not.
It's the thirsty ass guys on Instagram.
I take everything back.
Yeah.
It's not car girls. It's the thirsty ass guys that need to chill the fuck out.
It's the thirst because we've seen the memes where it shows, a nicely modified car and one guy just standing there by himself, 13 likes. Yeah. And then we've seen on that same meme, right? The second half of it is a stock ass boring motherfucking car, but it's a girl, and you get 3,000 likes. Yeah. Have you ever gone through some of those comments?
I've gone through some of my girlfriend's comments that are single who have nice cars.
So it's not necessarily the girl. It's not the girl, and I think actually, some of them, they're obviously smart about it, and they know that there's thirstiness out there.
Yeah.
And their followers, they're gonna get more followers. That's a guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
Versus
capitalize on it. If
just capitalize. But you know what? It's because of all you thirsty ass guys out there think you're gonna get some. You're not. Trust me. You ain't gonna get it.
AJ tried already. It didn't work.
I'm married, fool. I don't need to look at nothing now.
Sure.
My other issue is quit making stupid people famous.
That's inevitable.
That's outside of even the car scene.
Inevitable.
Just please, because I'm seeing even more and more and more crazier shit in the car scene. Maybe I'm just getting old. But if I see you, and I can say this because I'm going to say it, and then the 3 people that actually do watch this and who know what I'm talking about, they'll know that I'm talking about them. If you're taking pictures of you sitting on your fucking car while it's in motion, stop. Just fucking stop.
Or what about jumping out your car?
Jumping out your car
and dancing.
The Kiki challenge.
Yeah, the Kiki challenge.
Stop. I can't. I'm stop. I can't do it. I'm getting old.
So is that what you mean by stupid people? I kind of want you to define what you mean by stupid people.
I don't want to say stupid. You know who I'm talking about. It's either stupid people as in they're doing stupid shit, either not necessarily to your car, but physically on your car, or the people who are almost on the level of sociopath that think they're gods or something, that they're so amazing. Just quit feeding the trolls, please. For the love of God. Not just think about it this way, and I'm gonna get even deeper here. You're feeding a level of unhealthy that's not funny. It's to the point of seeing some mental issues starting to pop up. That's people are just going. It's you're so amazing and you're so great. It's nah, fool, he's got issues, and you just keep feeding the fucking troll. I love Instagram though.
It's entertaining. It's very entertaining because we have something to talk about, and it's something that we see, and it's a good platform to get out there,
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine,
I mean, truth be told, I don't think I would know any of us if it wasn't for Instagram.
That is true. That is true.
Oh, excuse me.
We did all
Me and you wouldn't be dating right now.
Instagram.
I wouldn't have ever met you. I wouldn't have ever met you.
Yeah, I met tons of friends, and there's a lot of good friendships that have been made through the car community. But the car community alone is good, but with Instagram, it gets you out there to be able to meet these people. Otherwise, you would never have met them.
Yeah.
Like Facebook. I used to be on Facebook, but Facebook was for more like family stuff, and I got off of Facebook because I got tired of seeing people posting what their, what they ate, what kind of cereal they fucking eat.
Facebook's for old people. You should be on there.
Man.
Oh, wait, I already make a joke? He's stuck in his 20s. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, I got another one I'm holding.
Oh, okay. God damn it.
But yeah, Facebook is just, a lot of people that stay at home and do nothing, That's for the most part what I see in Facebook. But Instagram is more dedicated to, whether you like guns or you like cars or you like, you like watching twerking videos, stuff like that, Max.
You know what?
Max loves twerking videos.
This is what bothers me about social media in general, not really Instagram specifically, but see if I can make sense out of this. You know how girls, and I say girls specifically because girls look at other girls on TV and they say, I want to be skinny like them. How can I do that? They don't realize that every freaking girl on TV has had surgery or doesn't eat shit basically all day, right?
Yeah.
With cars, I just don't want it to be where the newer generation sees other people that have stuff on their car and they want to buy it, so they spend all their paycheck on it. They go into debt because of it. It's you don't need to do all that stuff to be cool, and that's one thing that I really, really hate, and I don't want to affect, the rest of the younger generation, but that's what I see happening. When friends that are in car clubs or whenever I meet them, like 20, 22, they have a badass car. I'm like, shit, I wish I had that when I was that age. I had to wait till I was 29 to buy my car, 28, but I bought it myself, right? All the car parts on my car, everything's paid for. Nothing's credit, nothing's freaking a loan. It's all paid for. It just sucks that people don't see that.
Well, I mean, you got a point, and what you're saying, it makes sense, really, and it goes back to doing a build, or not a build, but customizing your car, doing whatever you want to your car for you, not to be popular.
Yeah.
And the guys that do it to be popular, they don't hang out with us.
But
we don't hang out with those guys that do things to be popular.
But here's the thing: people build their cars. Not saying they can't afford them, but they do all that stuff. They're in debt. Now they want to sell their car to be able to pay everything off. It's like your priorities are going to change in life to when you're 22, 21, you're building a badass car. You have no reason to freaking build a badass new car. You can build an older car. That's fine within your budget. But you build a badass car, and then next thing you know, you're like, shit. Well, I got all these bills. I mean, unless you can afford it, that's great. But I think everybody's doing it to be at a certain level, to hang out with certain people, to be better than somebody else. Like you said, keeping up with the Joneses. People are, all right, I'm buying a Mustang. All right, cool. You're 20, you're buying a Mustang, your car payment's $500 over, right? Or over.
Yeah.
You got insurance to pay. That's another $200, $250. Then you got a wide body kit you buy to be cool. That's another $10,000 loan. Then you have to buy wheels because you can't put regular wheels. That's another $5,000. You get what I'm saying? You got to get interior done, and you're just wrapping yourself in debt, and you're like, fuck. You don't realize what you're doing, but at the end of the day, after a while, after it stops being so cool, then you're like, shit, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Let me sell my car.